So Asics took to the street of Malaga to showcase their new Metaspeed Plus range, and that includes the Metaspeed Sky Plus and the Metaspeed Edge Plus, which is an upgrade from their first rendition of these models, which was the Metaspeed Sky and the Metaspeed Edge. It's quite strange that a brand comes out with two super shoes at once, and they've done that 2 years in a row now. The Sky is for stride length runners who look to increase their pace by widening their stride length, and the Edge is for cadence runners who look to increase their pace by increasing their cadence. And the Metaspeed Sky did take most of the credit last year because it did release first, and it seemed that most people wore that over the Edge. But this year, I actually think I'll be going for the Edge, due to the fact that I am a cadence runner and the fact that the plate is more of a V shape, which we'll get onto now. Please make sure you've subscribed because we will be getting both of these shoes to test and compare with each other, and also we will be comparing them to other super shoes. I'll let you know which super shoe comes out on top. And for context, if anyone doesn't know what other brand super shoes are, I've just got some here now. And Adidas, I would say for the 5 and 10k, it's the Takumi Sen 8. They've also got the training shoe, which is the Adidas Prime X, which is banned in racing competition, so I don't actually know why I have it here. Nike Streak Fly, again, Nike's 5 and 10k shoe, even though the Vaporfly, which is here, is probably better for 5 and 10k because the Streak Fly's just not really got much to it in terms of plate and push forward. So then you've got the Vaporfly, which is, I guess, the most famous super shoe. And also, one of my other favourite super shoes is the New Balance Fuel Cell RC2. And this will be interesting to see how it compares to the Edge and the Sky, because Asics have a really nice foam, and this is also a really nice foam. Same with the Zoom X and the Adidas, actually, they've all got really nice foams. But this shoe is kind of one what's not really as well known, but it's still a phenomenal shoe. So I'll be interested to see how they all compare, which we'll be doing on this channel. And we'll also be using FootPod data to tell you all the data, what comes from the shoe and how they perform.
The event featured the likes of Katir and Eilish Mccolgan, where we saw a sub-60 half marathon and a low 27-minute 10k, and a 13:20 and a 14:42 5,000 metres, the latter being a new British record by Eilish Mccolgan. So onto the shoes. We can speak on the Metaspeed Sky Plus more just because it seems to have more focus. It is the same foam as the first edition, that FF Turbo, and that applies to both shoes. It's still the max stack height of 39mm, but more foam at the front and under the plate, and the plate has been raised to increase foam compression. The outsole remains very similar, but has slightly been opened up to accommodate for the more foam, especially in the forefoot. The upper, there is a new material called Motion Wrap, with super breathable zones as well as zones with more support. This seems to be the perfect combination of providing breathability where support isn't necessary and support where you do need it, and this maximizes weight savings. As you can see, this shoe is actually lighter than the first edition, but it has more foam. So onto the Metaspeed Edge Plus. The things we know is that it is a 39mm stack height with an 8mm drop, comparing to the Metaspeed Sky Plus 5mm drop. It is also 5 grams heavier than the Metaspeed Sky. Also, the carbon plate is more of a V shape compared to the Metaspeed Sky, and it is lower towards the ground, especially in the forefoot, just to allow for a faster cadence. So as mentioned, we are going to be getting both of these shoes for review and comparison between other super shoes, so stay tuned for that. Let us know what you thought of the original series of these shoes if you did wear them, because we think they are up there with the best super shoes on the planet, so we're extremely excited to see what the new upgrades have and how they compare to the rest of the line.